Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam. Today we have a social between Ekta and Alvaro. It will be tentatively a week after he got stuck in the Umbra, uh, pending. He will show up outside of Ekta's work when she's getting off in the evening. Okay. And he will be standing there.
Oh, thank God.
Hello.
Where have you been?
Um, I was, do you know what the Umbra is?
I think we may call it different things.
Um, I was the, I was there, but um, not more of the underworld. Yes, that probably be the
I know what the underworld is.
yes. I was there for some time, trying to figure something out. Um, I did not have self-service there. I do apologize.
Well, no, I would assume you wouldn't have cell service there.
Well, I think I assumed that I would not have it. Next time I go there, I need to check. Because if that is the case, I have to contact whoever supplies my phone and let them know that they have great reception.
I'll say.
He will walk over and give her a hug.
She'll give him a hug and a peck on the cheek.
Be a bit blushy and so. I assume you're okay.
I'm okay. There's a lot that's been happened. There's a lot that's happened.
Good, bad?
I'm not a happy camper.
Do I need to rip somebody's face off?
No, not quite that bad. I mean, even if you tried, all it would do would be knock the can down the road for us to deal with the lifetime after this, the lifetime after that, the lifetime
you're speaking
after
about
that.
the Templar?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks around. How about I get us a drink and some food, and we can go discuss.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that and I want to hear about your time in the underworld.
It was interesting. Um, okay, he will. I guess hit a local whatever's open. I guess whatever 7-Eleven they might have, or
Yeah. I mean, it's about 7 p.m., so I mean, it's not
okay.
I mean, but yeah, she's not going to turn down coffee.
We'll get some coffee and
at all.
some sandwiches or something from there. Something quick and easy. Just kind of walk with her.
Oh.
So you go first.
You remember Miranda, right?
Yes, the was loose woman who has a big mouth.
Yes, the one who cannot keep her mouth shut to save her life. Yes. So she called Draven and I over. And
yes, the little Fang's potential mate. Yes.
Yes, the one who is apparently Jorredden.
Like the evil spirits kind of thing.
It's a specific type of insanity that impacts those of us who work with fate, with chance, and with death.
Oh. Huh.
I handed him a potted plant and it died just from having him touch it.
Did you tell him it was your plant?
Miranda seems to think she can nurse it back to health. However, I didn't kill him. I did not give him the good death. Because he says that he has gurus who keep him in check and that he was born this way.
Huh.
he has given me the name of the monastery that he has claimed to have grown up in. And I need to write to them to find out the extent of what it is that I'm dealing with.
Do you think they will tell you?
I'm not entirely sure. Let's just say that my way of looking at things and their way of looking at things, we've not necessarily had the most positive history. If there is an alliance, it's more of a wary one. But I am not going to make the mistake of the past and put someone to death hastily.
Are you allowed to just kill him for being what he is, or?
I would not be killing him for being a Kashiana.
Well, I mean, he said he was born this way. Are your group allowed to just do that?
It is not our first action. It's one of the reasons why we don't form bonds all that often.
Well.
Because at any point in time, mercy may dictate that we end those closest to us.
And is he also
especially?
Is he aware at all that he is on thin ice, as it were?
I'm not entirely sure.
I have seen him fight. He is very skilled.
I don't doubt it.
That is a shame. I will have to, I think, well, we will see. I have a way to see if something is corrupted, as it were. I will have to check him at some point.
I would greatly appreciate it, because I really don't want to have to do that.
Yes. I will check, and I'll let you know. And if he is Lofang, and I can deal with him.
Well, there is one thing that I am going to have to deal with.
I do not like the tone your voice took.
That's because I don't really want to have to do this.
Okay.
I do not see a way around not using that wonder.
He looks a little surprised. What changed?
Well, Miranda is what they call a dream speaker, what we call a dream speaker. They are the seat of spirit. She went and had a vision and trying to find out why Carl, or the Templar, wants to end everyone. And the spirits told her, and the vision showed her, I'm sorry, this is really hard on me.
Move an arm around her and give her a squeeze. On the hip.
And she will rest her head Um, his village, many, many lifetimes ago, was attacked by a group of vampires who followed Telyev, I believe. This group of leeches have long since been extinct, but he now views anyone different as following this Telyev. It doesn't matter if we're not vampires. It doesn't matter if, we, such as in your case, follow Gaia. It makes no never mind to him. He has been responsible for more deaths than the Black Plague.
That is disconcerting and impressive at the same time.
So the options that are before me are to sit back, do nothing, and watch as he annihilates, ends millions, if not billions of lives, puts them back on the wheel, or I can give him the good death, kick it farther down the line, and watch him continue in my next incarnation to kill millions, if not billions of people. Or we can lure him off to a place that is as far away from human as we can make it. And someone is going to have to willingly sacrifice themselves. Truly sacrifice themselves.
As in, they stay while the thing is used?
Yeah. That's exactly what I mean. But it's the only way to make sure that there's only two there instead of an unknown number. And I have no idea what kind of radius this thing has.
I think the hardest part will be to lure him at all.
He is all consumed with this. It wouldn't take too much to poke at him and in his tunnel visioned way have him chase. I'm not happy about this.
No, but it does change the way it looked before.
He's been responsible for as many deaths as the Black Plague.
That is quite the number.
That is a third of the population. And this is over many lifetimes, so I could put him back on the wheel. It's not that difficult, and it would solve the immediate problem, but all it would be doing is kicking it down the line. There's another thing. Miranda has offered to do this because she believes that it will weaken her but not destroy her.
She was pregnant, yes?
Yes, and she's pregnant.
Still? Or she?
She is still pregnant.
No, that would be a bad idea.
That is an extremely bad idea.
No.
I mean, it's either going to annihilate the infant or it is going to supercharge the baby.
Either does not sound good. The child is different from what we discussed before, I believe. Yes. Because of because of the father.
Yes. There is. Apparently, she believes that this child is going to be full term at 7 months because I basically told her that I would not let her wander around in a state of a dead husk. I can't do that. She asked that if her best efforts failed, to allow her to give birth and then do what I need to do so that her child would be born. I'm already going to have to take care of Carl.
And this is if she were to volunteer?
This is if she goes through with it.
Oh, no.
And then she turned around and she asked me to be the one to push the button.
That is asking quite a bit.
Well, it needs to be someone from my tradition.
It does?
I firmly believe that it does, yes. This falls under our purview.
I do not think she should be the one to try to lure him.
Well, I am going to try and do everything in my power to stop her from being the one to do that.
You could simply tell the father of the child and see if he can detain her again for some time.
That would require another willing sacrifice.
Can find somebody else who doesn't have a child.
Yeah.
I'm not making light of it. It just is. It is what it is. And
no, and I understand it is what it is.
Yeah.
There was another idea brought forth. Do you have something that I know you're at war?
Yes.
Do you have any combatants right now? Are you actually in a time of war, or is this just a period of unrest?
We have now entered a time of war. Just the other night.
Okay. I don't know how well or how... I don't know how this is going to interact. But there's a possibility it might kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh,
if you can get your enemies all in the same area and we can lure Carl into your enemies, and we can then set off the soul nuke on both Carl and the majority of your enemies.
I considered this, but I do not think the others would be on board for it, and I don't think you want them to know that your people have that.
Okay.
At least not right now. A more militant group has decided to take the lead on things, and our enemies have for lack of a better term, disappeared, and we are not sure why. Yeah. Um, if I thought the others would be more level-headed about the idea, I might, but there's too many variables, and I think that would just make them turn their attention onto your people when this was done.
Okay.
I like the idea, though. It just there's too many gray areas there.
Well, whenever one deals in life and death, there are very few gray areas. At least that we can see.
But it is an idea I will keep in mind if or when I get more information.
See, because I don't even know if this would work.
I'm less concerned about it working and more concerned about what it would do to the area that it hit.
Well, from what I understand, it's just an energy blast.
But it deals with souls.
Yes.
My concern is it would mess with the spirits in the area it hit. If they are the same, I'm not really sure how all that works.
Neither am I. And that's why I brought it up. I didn't, there's a lot that I don't know.
I appreciate it. I just don't. I will look and keep it in mind and see what Air thinks, since she knows about the device as it stands, and get her opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, that, if you can trust her to be level-headed.
Yes, well, more so than the others. It's become interesting. We've had an influx of different ones arriving, and we are going to try to take back an area that was lost before I came here.
Okay. So you've gotten backup?
Yes, from one group, and it's a bigger number than I thought would come here, but they have. Yes. Apparently this land was apparently theirs at one point, and...
Any luck on finding a more permanent home?
They feel that instead of wasting time trying to move everybody to a new home, it'd be more prudent to take the old one.
But the old one is not available, if I'm understanding now.
It is taken by our enemy, but if we take it back, then it will be.
Which is another reason why you're not too keen on the idea of just, nuking it.
No, that would be bad. That is not to say we cannot lure them somewhere, but that adds in a lot of factors, and I'm more concerned about the issues it would have with your people once they were finished, because many of these new ones are not the play well with others type.
They're the ones who basically take and beat their children?
No. Well, they might, but it's a different group. Vikings.
Oh.
Is the best way I think I can describe them.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it is. It has been interesting, but that is the we're going to war, and that will be that. Once Lilfang and I need to finish formally forming our pack, and in order to participate, but I'm obviously going to help, and she will be keen on it. I have not spoken to her yet.
Well, if there's anything that you need that I can do.
I will keep it in mind, but I'm going to try to keep you far away from this because I do not know how everyone will react. But I appreciate it. I do. I just there is not a ton of goodwill toward will workers, and this group is more militant. So
Ah. Well, I mean, I suppose it makes sense.
it, my people are not very keen on them per se, but will interact as we do. But I could not take you onto one of our homes.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how they would interact. But yeah, not yet. I will have to when this is over, I'll see how they're all acting.
Okay. I'm just, if there's anything that I can do.
Mhm.
I mean, all of your people that I have met seem to at least be okay with me.
Yes, and they are. But we know them. I do not know the others, and I do not know if I want to or not. I'm not sure. This has become strange there.
I can understand that war will make people do crazy things. So, what did you find out in the underworld?
Well, we were fighting a griffin and some other things, and I saw a ghost or wraith or spirit from the dead, and it asked for help. And the fight was pretty much over, and I told them I'd be right back, and I followed. And then I ended up there, but there was a young boy, and he was being attacked by several wolves, and there was a man with an axe screaming and trying to get to him.
Yikes.
hmm Some of it is fuzzy, but I wonder if maybe you mentioned Carl. I wonder if maybe this was one of his
Well, there was a
lifetimes.
boy and there was a boy and a woman that he was trying to build something with, but that was the only good thing I saw out of any of his um, strands of fate.
Hmm. I did not consider that. I wonder if that was one of his lifetimes or something that he.
There was a squire that was dead. There was a squire that was killed, but from what I understand, it was leeches, not Garou.
Hmm. It. I could just be making jumps and assumptions.
Well, I mean, make leaps, jumps, and assumptions all you want. This is, nobody sits there and says that trying to read this is very straightforward. You have a piece of the puzzle. I have a piece of the puzzle. Miranda has another piece of the puzzle. Maybe
It is
together we
scary.
can figure out how to not use this thing.
It is scary that she has a piece of the puzzle.
It is. She means well. She just doesn't have good sense, I don't think.
I, considering she was willing to try to do that when she is with child, it just seems it's foolish.
She's not known for having good sense.
I
I
remember.
love her dearly. She is a friend of mine, but no.
I do not mean insult. I just.
No, I know. And it's not, if it's the truth, it is not insulting.
Some people find it such sometimes.
If, my darling,
You turn a little bit red.
What would be insulting to me is if you lied to me or you hid something from me.
He nods.
I mean, it's really obvious that poor Miranda does not have the good sense to, walk into a poke whenever it's raining. She just doesn't have that good sense, which is why I'm hoping that whenever everyone is together and we all get together and we all talk about what needs to happen, that there will be someone else who will step in.
You were not going to, I assume, not volunteer for that.
No. No. I thought about it. No.
If you were not here, I would offer.
And deny me the family that I've waited so long for.
Well, that's why I'm. So why neither of us should do it.
I mean, I know, I have an idea of what it will do to a mage. I have no idea what it would do to you.
I do not think it would be good either way.
No. Neither do I.
But let me know if no one comes forward, and I will see if I can't work something else out on that end.
I certainly will.
I may be able to, if we can't get my enemy directly, we might be able to get another there, and maybe another leech or something, and have it be his prey, or I can chase it there, and he can chase it that I'm, or something.
I will warn you, I don't know how big this radius is. So if you're chasing this leech, you might be caught in the crosshairs. I have no way of knowing the diameter.
This will be last resort if no one else volunteers, or another way is not thought of to get him there.
I was even willing to capture Carl and wait until someone was able to locate someone who could who could literally shred his beliefs to complete and utter nothingness. But the problem with that is, do I, if we completely and totally shred his belief, is he then going to turn around and become a raving killing machine with no ethics whatsoever?
That sounds like a worse option.
So I don't know what there's, but then again, it might just be that, hey, he stops killing because he stops believing that his way is the only way. But, this is something that I've only heard legends of. These are stories that I heard as a student at my teacher's feet.
What about capturing him, taking him somewhere, leaving him there, and then using the thing?
I would be willing for it. I mean, anything to not have collateral damage. Anything. It's bad enough that I'm going to have to annihilate, that I'm going to have to do worse than Gilgul someone. That literally I'm painted into a corner. I cannot see another way.
I will speak to Air and Lilfang and see if we can capture him and leave him somewhere and then use it. Instead of somebody having to die to see it done.
She'll nod.
Not that I'm not adverse to death. I just do not see the point in a good person dying for a bad man.
Yeah. That's a hell of a way to reach moksha. That is one hell of a way to reach it.
Okay, well, I will speak with her and then about the option presented to the first one and see what she says. And then if that is not agreeable, then I will speak with her again and see about possibly luring him somewhere or taking him somewhere. I think her, Dilfang, and myself can handle him.
Just,
I would hope.
Yeah, just please be careful. He's dangerous. He's a fanatic. I mean, any fanatic is dangerous, but he's dangerous.
I will be careful. And I will look into Jevin as well. I'll just have to talk with him and I will gauge him and then I will let you know how corrupted he is.
Don't let him near any of your plants.
I don't think I have any, but yes, I won't do that either. Alrighty. Okay, and he will just walk around with her and eat and get her somewhere so she can sleep.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Are you watching over her as she sleeps?
Yes. For some of the time, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a little bit of a That's really all the information that I really wanted to share with him. I mean, unless you got something else, Nicholas.
I don't have anything yet. I probably will once the Blue Book wraps up.
Okay. Got it.
Right. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a good day.